explain.
Awesome. Great. Alrighty. Just a second here, folks. We're going to get everything done and ready, and we're probably gonna we're gonna keep the ball rolling from yesterday, because in this case, I mean, like, a new PB would be nice, but all the same, that's pretty much the goal point for tonight, really. Just a second here, just making sure that my counter works. Awesome, cool, alrighty. This will also be a good chance for me to test out things that I otherwise did not get a proper chance to test, like in an actual run. Just seeing how they function, seeing how these things actually come together, and whether or not they do properly. So that's pretty much the goal, right? That's pretty much the goal point in mind right now. We are just going to go for it best we can and hope for the best. And if everything goes well, tonight's run at least ends off on a PB of 1. Which, honestly, you know what? I can't fucking complain about that. That's pretty damn good, all things considered. So, yeah, would not suck. I forget if there was a rune arc in the street for some reason. There's not. There is a rune arc that I completely forgot to pick up earlier, but I am not going to worry about it because, well, yeah. Alright, we're essentially set up. A little unfortunate I did not bother getting a single grace on my way to the top of the mountains. I guess in theory, we're just, like I said, we're going to still finish this run tonight. Or at least this one in particular. This is planned to be finished. So, regardless of where it goes, of course, he dodges me for the first time ever. I gotta say, that's just, that, you know what, that seems somehow too fitting. Little bit of goofball syndrome. Sure, whatever. Reapply or a stealth. Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, it sucks a little bit that we never got any mountaintop grace in this case. Especially considering the layers of issues this actually comes with. I'm gonna save quit this one a little bit faster to just do that real quickly. Also, it also, again, is another one of those fun opportunities for me to show up the weird like extra effect that Godric's Great Rune has, which is that for some reason it gives you a certain amount of FP and health back whenever you spawn back in with it. Which I haven't yet figured out why that's the case. You know, to be fair, I've also not tested out to see if this effect is due to the fact that, like, hey, you get free health back technically because it's free extra vigor points. So maybe that's a portion of it. It would make sense in a context of things. But likewise, I am unsure if that's what causes it. I really do like the lore answer of it's because it's Godric's Great Rune, and naturally because it's Godric's Great Rune, being a little coward, backing out of the game like that is essentially just a really easy way to restore some health and whatnot. It would actually just be way too funny mechanically and also lore-wise. Like, in a sense, it'd almost be like an acknowledgement of players who speedrun these games, usually speaking, because they do save quit pretty frequently. Normally to just save time and whatnot, but also sometimes to just save your ass. Anyways, fucking rambling man tonight, apparently. It does suck. Ooh! I'm not counting that. Fuck that. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't count. I'm not counting that for shit. We're not talking about it. I completely forgot about the fucking elevator. It almost seems too fitting, the fact that I'd forget elevator into elevator. Anyways, save quit. I know, like, technically I should count that one, but look, the run's already invalid, frankly. Nah. God damn it. Look, I need a win. Alright? I need a win. This Friday's been a fucking disaster piece and a half. Honestly. It really has. A 1 would be really nice, though. But I'm gonna say, for all intents and purposes, leave it as is. It's fine. It's not that deep. This isn't the run anyways, at the end of the day. If I, were to try and even say this was the run, that'd be incorrect. I did not... it's probably fine. I'm probably okay. Unless I run into, like, I don't know, fucking Knight's Cav or some shit. I was expecting a sudden Knight's Cav there, admittedly. I'm really glad that didn't happen, but yeah. So, I know I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring again lately, and I want to... I don't know. I think I want to continue my P ranking for Ultra Kill, because I was having a lot of fun with that, in all seriousness. And like the latest chapter of Ultra Kill coming out has been a lot of fun. I've already started to at least practice the baseline for that, and it's just been good. It's just been fun, been entertaining. I love my Elden Ring for sure. But I can't deny the fact that I do genuinely love to play some other games, like Ultra Kill. And I know I've been promising at least a handful of times here lately that I wanted to do... I was feeling a sudden karmic blast about to come up my ass. I was 110% sure that gargoyle was about to fucking blast me. A Valiant Gargoyle, that's what it is. Duh. I mean, technically that one was a Blackblade Kindred, but, I don't know why, I just completely blanked on what word I was looking for the other day when I was trying to name the gargoyles. Alright, now surely, right? Surely me saying I'm not gonna get a single fucking grace until, Fire Giant is not, like, it's not gonna backfire. Surely it's not going to backfire on me again, right? That would be crazy. That would be... Oh my god, birds. Fucking birds. Yo, what was that bird doing so active? What was he up for? Fucking... Early bird gets the worm, ass motherfucker. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's a good way to start the night, It really is. Damn, dude, that sucks. 2 hours. 2 hours. I mean, I don't really care about it too much. It's really funny. Like, I'm gonna post a short at some point here or another, and I'm gonna probably add like some tragic music over it. But the comedy is if I just put it out there as is, it would almost like it wouldn't even be realistic. Like, people wouldn't believe that I lost a fucking 2-hour run to just absolute utter benign bullshit. I'd be like, oh, this guy just died the Borealis. And it's like, I don't know, like, that is how I react to it primarily, because, like, for me, like, yeah, it sucks. It does. It sucks a lot. But, I don't know, like, I just, at this point, I've kind of hit a point of, zen, where I just, I don't know, like, you lose the run, you lose the run. I think a big thing of it, too, and, like, it's kind of the inverse of it, or yeah, I would say the inverse to it, is that it kind of comes from just doing this so much that you just kind of become numb to it, at least to an extent. So, I would say that would be a portion of what that equation really is. I don't mind it. I honestly don't. Like, people talk about nerves and whatnot, and honestly, like, what helps fix those nerves is just constantly pushing yourself into the situation. And, I mean, like, really, like, it's talked about all the time, is the idea of desensitization, and you essentially just go from being completely nervous and scared about things to being like, hey, okay, fuck it. You know what I am gonna do here? Not on this guy, not on my Grundler, but I'm gonna test and see, like, is it easier for me to take the invisible bridge across? Is it safer? What I will say is the bullshit that happened before with Borealis, that was not normal. The number of times I have done this and had Borealis completely murderize my cheeks is non-existent. Unless I stand there and fight Borealis, normally running across this lake in this exact fashion is fine. It works every single time. Now I'm nervous and scared because of this stupid fucking dragon. And it's not fair. It's not. I hear shit and I'm scared now. And that should not be the fucking case. This fucking dragon has ruined my run. And I'm like mildly mad about it. Real quickly, why am I Assassin's Gambiting here? I haven't fucking... God damn it. I don't know, man. I'm getting nervous and scared about all the little things, frankly, right now. It's dumb. I don't need it. Y'all yeet! Oh! Hey, Anthony, how you doing, buddy? It's good seeing ya. Happy Friday to you too, man. I'm doing all right. You know what? I'm doing okay. It was in all seriousness, it was honestly kind of a shitty fucking January for me, but like I'm breathing easier. February has been way kinder to me, so yeah. I hope you're doing well too, man. I really do. How's life treating you? And dang, my horse jumped so high. How did that happen? So that little like wind pad that I was standing on there, that's essentially how. The little like spirit springs is what they're called essentially. They launch you into the sky. And luckily they also come with the advantage of not taking fall damage on the way back down. Otherwise they would kind of suck. Alright, we're essentially set up. Running for only 2 seconds here. Slice the blade. Beautiful. We only do that to essentially make it so we're just slightly more invisible to an upcoming enemy here. Normally, damn, hit him with a fucking grand slam over there. Oh my goodness. Absolute distraction. There we go. But yeah, we essentially do that so that way that hand does not immediately go to murder us. That's pretty much the idea. Alright, let's go level up our balls as much as possible. Picking up Lowered and Growlithe. Yeah, okay, gotcha, Anthony. That's cool, man. Nice, nice. Doing a little bit of grinding. Honestly, yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that. Always got to stay on top of the grind. We probably want to use the old man, funny enough, in terms of grinding. Yeah, turn the old man to paste. 13 on our balls. We need 5s and we need 6s, and I'm sure more. Alright, we need 10. And we need 11. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Yeah, she won 100 Electrum, because that's how much it is for a flamethrower gun. Ah, okay, gotcha. Cool. No, honestly, nice. I love getting to play games and have like solid, reasonable like things I want to spend the currency on. I feel like all too often I run into games where I just don't want to spend the money at all because it's like, what am I doing it for? That's awesome though. I appreciate the fact that it actually is worth the effort. I need a little bit more moolah than that, huh? Maybe this, that was enough. Surely it was. There we go. Plus 19. Okay, balls are ballsin'. 45k. How much is the level up right now? A little expensive. Okay, gotcha. Food to the forge. Beautiful. Let's go do this. Yeah, rather grind than spend money on games sometimes. Honestly, that's fair. Like, honestly, like, that's completely fair. Like, frankly, I think lately I've been very much so on a pace of I don't really care to buy new games. I'm just happy to play the games that I have, for the most part. I think it's just kind of all the shit that's been going on lately of just, like, I don't know, like, I look at new games and I'm just like, do I really fucking care about this? Alright, please don't shovel. He shovels anyways. Alright, wait for him to stand back up. Beautiful. Any crazy bosses so far? To answer your first question, Anthony, we've been trying to do no-hitting for this game. And like it's been going well enough, you know? It has been going well enough. My boy is screaming, hang on. We gotta pack his cheeks out real quickly. Beautiful. Absolutely fucking hacked his cheeks out. Do what, couldn't hear? Wait, Anthony, is the game volume a bit loud right now? Hang on, let's test this out. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, no, you're right. It is a little bit loud. Let's adjust that real quickly here. It's not too bad, but, like, it's just enough right now. One hit, what's that mean? So right now we're doing no-hit runs. We're practicing, at least, at no-hitting. And pretty much what no-hitting is just simply beating the game without taking a single hit. Right now, for this run in particular, we're currently at 1 hit total. Which... it's so unfortunate how we actually took that hit, admittedly, but, like, it happened, and it sucked. So. But, at least for the most part, I mean... It's not been going amazing, but it's been going well enough. That sounds hard. You know, yes. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. Like, it depends to a certain extent, because it's essentially like just learning every detail about the bosses and more or less making yourself a script on how to fight them. And likewise, it's how also the same thing applies to pretty much like levels, right? Like running through and stuff. So it's fun though. I don't know, like I have been finding it like frankly just really fun. So. Alright, now at this point we essentially are on... There's a little bit more running to be done here, but pretty much we're about to hit like what I call the boss rush valley, where it literally just is like boss and a boss and a boss and a boss, and then the game ends, pretty much. And I kind of like it. It's a nice. I don't know, like I wouldn't consider it outright like the I don't know, like the downhill slide, because it is work for these final bosses. But it is also just kind of really fun. So. Once I get up to this item here, I am going to real quickly take a sip of my drink. There we go. Cool. I guess for all intents and purposes, I could do this. What am I drinking? I am currently drinking what's called a Not Your Father's Root Beer. And it is so fucking good. It's essentially an alcoholic root beer, is what it is. And yeah, dude, like honestly, if this was just root beer, I would buy this just because it's root beer. But on top of that, it's alcoholic. And it's just good. It's just a good fucking time. It really is. Reapply this. I don't really think we need it here, but fuck it, we're here. It's pretty much the memo. So, alright, we want this. Run past the stupid dragon. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had it, and damn, wait, actually, I'm kind of blanking on the name of what it's called. Birch beer. There we go. Birch beer. If you've ever had birch beer before, it is close to that in terms of the palate for it, but it's like a slightly spicier version of that, which I think is also another reason why I like it for what it is. Alright, we hop down here, slice our hand open, beautiful. Sorry if I go silent for a little bit on these sections. I'm trying to, I think in this case, focus a little harder to have these down to a very particular science. It's kind of really cool, in my opinion, but Elden Ring more or less just kind of turns into a stealth game with its mechanics when you add in the actual stealth mechanics. Because, like, when you get to play it this way, it's actually legitimately so fucking cool. Like, I would actually low-key kind of compare this to an experience of playing through one of the Metal Gear Solid games, if you've ever played them. And it is so good. Because honestly, like, you get to do literal stealth mechanics, sneak around, you have stealth spells that are, frankly, when you're using them and applying them properly, they're really fucking good. They're just absurdly good. And, like, the actual, like, sense mechanics in the game for the enemies and whatnot are also really solid. So, I don't know, like, not to glaze like a motherfucker on this one, but like, yeah, honestly, stealth is based in this game. We love stealth in this household. 3800 should do it for one level up. Not that we really need the one level up, but yeah. I guess we can just leave that on, actually, now I'm looking at it. Kind of, I don't know, it kind of fucks with me, like, a teensy-tiny bit. But it's, oh, I was about to make a really big fucking mistake there. Whoops. Well, that would have been awkward. Alright, Batman goes to bed. Beautiful. Skinny! Skinny! There we go. Skinny goes to bed. Beautiful. Chug. Chug. Two-hand. Crag on my balls. Golden vow. And flame. Grant me strength. Beautiful. Anyways. Murder time. Did not actually mean to murder him there, but it kind of worked out in that fashion. Okay, can you... Yeah, essentially. There we go. Okay. Kind of sucks that it actually is skinny on this one. But it works out. Beautiful. Absolutely murderized. Okay. I don't normally bother doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just hang on to my money. Real quickly, equip torch. Okay. Drink this a little early, because I don't want to accidentally kill myself here. Alright, that should be enough. Yep, cool. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna real quickly reapply it. Yeah. I don't think we are at risk of getting spotted there, or really too much danger of getting hit by anything there. But, I don't know, it's one of those things of, I know I've definitely had like 1 or 2 times where the enemy's aggroed there, and it's just not really worth the risk of the situation, I guess, is kind of what it is. That was probably a bit preemptive, and I didn't need to do that, but fuck it, we're here, so. As far as this stands, I mean, I'll probably do a quick little... I'll do 2 points, but the rest of that is probably going to be held on to just essentially guarantee that we will get whatchamacallit soon enough here. Alright. That. Awesome. There's not really a reason to go back and spend that money just yet, considering essentially we have to make it to the end of this little gauntlet here without taking any damage anyways. And it doesn't really make sense for us to worry about spending points before we actually have to, like, you know, get through and not die. Because we always have essentially 1 hit point. That should hit it right in the head. Beautiful. Alright, shouldn't need the bow again. Okay, that's annoying. That's actually, like, annoying as piss. And that's actually more annoying. Wow, that was super cool. Alright. I mean, god damn it, that's frustrating. That's not even like, oh, I died to something reasonable. That just felt like shit. Fucking the stupid birds, man. The stupid birds. Oh well, I guess. I mean, whatever. The fucking what? Where did you come from? What? Fucking sucks about that. Is that was about 100 some odd K runes fucking down the drain because the game... Thank you, game. Because the game shit on me. Really cool on that one. Oh boy, I sure do love the fact that I got dicked over in broad goddamn daylight. The fuck? Oh, right, I thought I didn't need the bow anymore, right, yeah, whoops. Is that gonna be... No, I think it's gotta do actual damage. Honestly, at that point, I probably... Oh, never mind, that actually put... I was about to be kind of more mad than I really should have been there, admittedly, and it would not have even been close. I'm gonna chug the flask. You know what, actually, chugging the flask wasn't my issue the last time. It's just the stupid damn bird ruining everything. Curiosity. There's no shot that I can just... Okay, yes I can, and I should probably do that from now on. Like, I know my Assassin's Gambit out only lasts so long there, but... Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay, alright. I just... God... God damn it. It's such a fucking dumb way to lose a run, man. I mean, I didn't lose a run on that one because that wasn't me losing the run. I mean, we lost the run to something incredibly stupid, so I guess it only makes sense that we have multiple layers of stupidity for one run. Of course, naturally. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna fucking practice stealthing, I guess, on this one. Because it's been more or less the correct choice. Alright. That's... yeah, okay. Put that in that hand again, and... Fuck. Oh, goddamn, we are so... actually so fucked on cash right now. I mean, we'll be able to squeak it out, but it's gonna be wrong. It's gonna be wrong in the method. 30k may not actually cover the requirements for what we need to buy here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could go kill Grail or something to get the extra money that I'm probably gonna need, but... Yeah, you know what, yeah. That might actually just be the plan. We need one of those now, unfortunately. How many do we have right now? Where are our balls currently sitting? Incorrect. Okay. These are at 19, so we need 10 sevens and whatever remains of our... Okay, gotcha. 10 sevens, and yeah, wouldn't you damn well fucking know it, those are expensive. Okay. Hey, Lulu. Hope you're doing well tonight. It's good seeing you. I hate having to go get Grail involved, but... Oh well. It is what it is. Alright, well, I mean, hey, good news is we get so much root resin and blood roses that we'll be bleeding this bastard like crazy. And just to clarify, I'm not doing this right now because I need to. Well, I am doing it because I need to, but not because of the run in particular. We're only doing it as essentially our walk of shame, because we just lost about 100 some odd K runes. So, yeah. Fun stuff. Man, I am not happy about this. It is unfortunate. Actually, I think this is probably about 80k runes total. Right. I'm gonna reapply bleed grease. It just speed it up a little faster. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we can replace those bleed greases right now, so we're good to go. We're fine. Okay. Alright, let's go get our balls leveled up as much as we can, and then we are off to do the Malekith fight. Also, I guess I could have maybe popped my rune arc on that one, but whatever. It's fine. Like, we didn't even need the rune arc immediately. It was more... well, yeah. Alright, 8 of these bad boys, and let's go level up our balls as much as we can. Up to plus 24 after hull. And then we can go ahead and go deal with Malekith. Which, in theory, Malekith should be fine. I really do have to practice not saying words whenever I'm running. Because it ends way too poorly for me, very consistently. That may not afford 2 level ups, but we'll see. No, it's definitely not, actually. It's 31k and we have 40k. I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. Cool. Alright, so that is, I think, a flat 90 right now. Yeah, because 5 off of Radagons, another 10. Actually, I'm sorry. No, that's 95. 85? No, 95. I'm dumb. Yeah, because that's 10. That brings us up to 80 from Radagons and also the Rune Arc. And then that's another 10 off of Flask. So, cool. We're setting out a flat. Nice. Doing pretty okie dokie. Did I... What? Huh? What? Wait. What? Did I seriously teleport up there and not get the grace? I teleport up there. Did I seriously get there and not get the grace, though? What the fuck? Hang on, what? Oh. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I really did. I really did. Look, here's the thing. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a pass on that one, because the fuck. Ugh. I swear, if a run is ever this successful and I make a mistake like this, or like if a run is genuinely so successful that we continue keeping it 0 hits, I probably, yeah, we're just not gonna do that. Okay, all right, cool. Anyway, really, Discord, really? Oh, Discord seems to have Discord, a fucking OBS. Thanks, OBS. Real cool. Anyways, definitely got that grace as I was supposed to. No ulterior bullshit happened there. Definitely not. No. That'd be crazy. Alright, we have everything we need. Let's do this. Chug this. Chug this. Two hand. Crag on my balls. Golden Vow. And away we go.
Approacheth destined death. I will not have it stolen from me again.
Okay, cool. Second phase, Ooh Woo Kitty. A little annoyed about that whiff, but surely it won't matter. It might matter. Luckily, he gave me really good RNG there, otherwise he would have scored another fucking hit, and that would have been, fucking annoying as piss. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. Another one bites the dust. Nevertheless, I did feel overall like the practice that I've been putting in definitely did show up there, and I mean, I thought it went better overall. These probably aren't going to get us very far in terms of level ups right now, but I'm just kind of like, why not? Our money really doesn't go towards anything else at this point, so make it stack, right? Okay, cool. That essentially maxes out, I think, our total... Yeah, because now, essentially, if we flask, we just essentially go to 100. So yeah, we're essentially there. We're high level now. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna grab this rune arc just because apparently fucking BM is the secondary of everything tonight. Now, bleed grease, we have our flask, we already have our skills. Gideon should be fine. Gideon should be really fine. With what I've been practicing, in theory, Gideon should not even get a chance to blink. And honestly, yeah, that should be about it. Okay, so run an arena ever so slightly. Chug. Golden Vow. I was about to Cragblade, which Cragblading was actually the wrong answer.
To stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs.
Run
I commend
behind.
your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne.
And deleted. The poor man goes to bed. NyQuil DM. NyQuil DM.
Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
I just realized I was saying NyQuil DM, as in David Michael. And it's PM. You know, to be fair, Gideon off near does strike me as the kind of person to have dementia, so maybe he would hit it with the DMs and not the PMs. I could see it. I'm willing to take it. Definitely not a me skill issue. It seems like it was a Gideon skill issue in all seriousness. So, all right, bleed grease is officially no longer important to us, but we don't really have anything to replace that slot with. So, yeah, we don't really care. In terms of things to put stats into at this point, I don't know. I guess reasonably maybe endurance. Yeah, I think reasonably maybe endurance. Actually, that seems good enough. Hey, Night Slash, how you doing tonight, buddy? It's good seeing you. All right. Okay. So, here's what we do. We flask. We crag. Well, I hate to tell you this, man, but actually the stream might be a little shorter than usual tonight. But either way, I am proud to be your background music. Or your background noise, at least. So, best of luck with your studying, man. I will mark the point, just give me a minute. There we go. gonna be tighter than it should be.
Brave, tarnished. Thy strength.
It's a little disappointing getting hit by that cross slash move. Because it's actually not that bad on him, in all seriousness. It's just a little disappointing that I took a hit to something otherwise that I really probably shouldn't have. So, oh well though. Okay, now I don't... I guess maybe... We could maybe do a little bit of mind, or we could do... Well, hang on, let me check something here. Physique. Strength tier, we could technically replace it with stamina, but that's not really good. So... I mean, maxing this out doesn't really... I don't think there's a hard... or a cap after a certain point. Yeah, you know what, I guess we'll do that. We'll do this. A little bit of mind, so possibly going into the Elden Beast fight. We may not... Damn, we actually have too much money now. Kind of crazy. Maybe that'll be enough to get us one extra flask or something going into that final fight. Nah, I'd rather just chug it now. It makes more sense for me to chug it earlier. Anyways. It's Twinkin' time! That was a whiff. Beat the twink! Beat the twink! Twink! Beautiful. Buffs applied. Absolutely decimated. Time to paste. Time to astrolube for that twink as we grundle him. And it only took 5 hits. 5. Well, 4. Otherwise completely fucking bullshit hits. And one that was completely reasonable because we love our king. Well, you know what? The Grundler, question mark, did work out pretty well. You know, I can't complain. I think that was actually pretty damn solid. And I'm happy. I'm happy right now. At least, well, I would be happier if the run had lost 1 hit to, what's-his-face. But, you know, it is what it is. Nevertheless, you know what? I can't actually complain though. 5 hits, can't reasonably, you know, cry about that. We'll go ahead and get the next character established tonight, but that'll probably be like half an hour in this case, and then after that we're probably gonna call it, but yeah. Hey, son of Jedi. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome to the chat. And then we get to reset the counter. Alright, so long the Grundler? Actually, you know what? You know what? Since in this case, the Grundler did better than the Grundler, let's go ahead and let's pass the torch on. Let's pass the torch on. The Grundler definitely did it. Oh, thanks for subscribing, son. I appreciate it. Welcome to the chat for sure, and, you know, get cozy and all that magic. Unfortunately, tonight's going to be a little shorter than usual just because I have some plans here later on, but normally speaking, we run probably like 2-3 hours roughly for stream, so yeah. I feel like we, you know what, I think we need a female, we need a daughter of the Grundler, I think, in this case. So I'm going to start with Grundling. We're going to start Grundling. Female. Okay, admittedly, I'm not going to lie, that's a little too literal for exactly, like, one to the other, so let's change it up a little bit. Let's change it just a bit. No worries about... I mean, honestly, definitely, like, come around, hang out with us, for sure, but... Yeah, nice. Welcome to the crew. Let's see. I think the hair is fine. Let's see here. Facial hair. Let's remove our facial hair. Actually, is there a facial hair here I could see? You know, actually, I have a perfect idea here. Let's give the woman... Let's give the daughter of the Grundler a neck beard. Yes, the perfect. Okay. And obviously, they need some thick, gorgeous eyelashes, of course. Gotta have that. Pastor, hey buddy, how you doing? It's good seeing you. Do you think it'd be a little on the nose for them to be pink eyes? Now let's do some pretty teal eyes. I like that, actually. Let's do pretty teal eyes. Yeah. Okay. Skin luster. All the luster. We are lustrous. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. Absolutely no pores showing. We are baby batter smooth. Okay. Alright. A little bit of eyeliner. I think the eyeliner is a good sign. A little bit of eyeshadow. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Little bit of eyeshadow again. Just think, what if the cheeks were rosy, right? What if the cheeks were rosy, right? Yeah, I like that idea. I love them already. They're gorgeous. They're amazing. They are truly attractive. Let's see here. Small and dainty and can fit in a butthole. Yeah, that seems good. That seems fine. I like that. Okay, yeah, that's small and dainty. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Let's do... Obviously, gotta have that nice thin jawline. With a little bit of meat on the bones. Teensy bit meatiness on the bones. Gotta have a little bit of that. Let's do deep, full cheekbones, right? Yeah. And they gotta be high, obviously, of course. Of course, obviously. That makes perfect sense. Lips. Already pretty purse. Honestly, I don't know if I'd change much about the lips. I think they look great. I think they're amazing. Nah, that needs to be way more poofy. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Chin height. I want that chin tucked, you know? Yeah, that seems good. Okay. I'm really liking this one. I think this is a gorgeous lady. Oh, baby. So I was talking about it earlier, and I do genuinely want to get myself to play more Ultra Kill, honestly, because I think I adore Ultra Kill a ton. You know what? Let's replace the Twink. I'm gonna redo the Twink at some point or another here. I like Grundelina. I like Grundelina a lot. Is Grundalina a bit too on the nose, or should we pick something that's similar but different enough? I think Grundalina feels a bit lazy. I don't know why, but I'm getting like the Mundler or something like that. How do we feel about the Grope of Fire? Nah, I don't like the Grope of Fire. I don't know. I don't like the Grope of Fire much. God, it's. I'm trying to think of like a female version of this. At least in some capacity. I think it has to be guttural. That much I would say for sure. I think in this case, maybe. Let's do... I'll have more time to think on it later. But let's go ahead and do, I think in this case... I was about to say the Groper, but I don't know. There's something about the Groper that just feels wrong, right? I'm getting hung up on this way too much. Oh. Okay, I got it. The Fondler. The Fondler. We have the Fondler on our hands. I think that actually is our female equivalent for that one. I was having to run it through my head like again and again and again and again. Like what sounds like a problem of like an example of SA, but just barely enough. And then at the same time, I'm trying to think of like what would the female equivalent be, and I don't know why, but ball fondling came to mind at that point. I don't know. Like, maybe it's a bit too on the nose, but I mean, we have time to think about it. Obviously, I think the Fondler. I think pretty fondly of it. I forgot to get the 3K rune to start the. Okay, well, GG's. We'll get them next time. I was too excited about the fondling of balls, apparently. Actually, it would make too much sense that the ball fondler would actually succeed in this case. We're gonna give the ball fondler another go. I don't know if fondler is like the end all of be alls on this one for what I'm looking for term wise, but it's at least something for the time being, roughly. I think that's exactly it. It's just kind of something for the time being. I was trying to think if there was some way of like changing fondler around, but I don't know. I don't think the fondler is quite it. It's just it'll hold place. It'll hold place for now. Alrighty, well, we have a lot on our table, and, yeah, we have a lot to fucking get done. That being said, like I said, we're gonna get to a certain point in this run tonight, and we're probably going to make that our calling point for sure. But it'll be a little bit before we... Little tiny bit before we get there. Like, we got to probably another, like, solid half an hour before the run ends. Or not run ends, but at least the run is not still tomorrow. We probably will be running more tomorrow, more than likely, but at least for the time being, yeah. Alright. So, last time we did this, I made a couple quick notes of honestly some things that otherwise were probably for the best for us to do. And it pretty much came down to us speeding through the parts of the run that are otherwise very, like, early game, very dangerous. And I like that strategy a lot, so I'm gonna probably keep doing it. Which in this case, that essentially means us moving on over to Fort Height, and then right on over to Third Church of America, essentially as soon as possible. Because both of those are situations that can be dangerous, or are generally just more dangerous because of what happens there, right? Now, hopefully, this time I also remember to get the Axe Talisman early, because, funny enough, made the mistake of not doing that this last time, and it actually almost led to us getting hit, because I didn't know where to get one more Smithy 6. Or, I'm sorry, not Smithy 6, but Smithy 2. So, this time, hopefully I will remember to actually do that when I'm supposed to do it. Alright, hopefully one of these lads, or at least two of these lads, one would be enough. Hopefully they just give us a free Smithy 2 here. That would be nice. Alright, one no. Two no's. And 3 no's. Okay. Hopefully that luck transfers over to later into the game. Well, not that luck in particular that we just had. I mean, hopefully we find the luck that we needed there later in the game, because I mean, we don't need to get the extra smithies, but it would be nice to get the smithy 5s that come later. So hopefully we get some. Hopefully. But we'll have to see. Did I just watch that man just grab his head and, like, hit it with the fucking, my head hurts? Like he had a fucking headache of all things? Because honestly, if that's the case, that was pretty good. I can appreciate that.
Have you heard? They sir, but you. I can play turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it summoned me. I bequeath. It will some torrent. Treat him with.
We go to morning time to avoid any BM. Gotta be safe. It's kind of funny, kind of watching my my run counter slowly but surely, or my PB counter slowly but surely improve as much as it has. It's a lot. I don't know. Like it feels like a lot more of like a very firm determination of how much better I've gotten at this. Because I did do no hitting for a while, and like I don't know what it is specifically in this case about this versus the no hitting, but like this feels a lot more like secure in the answers of how much better you're getting. It does feel like I'm learning, and like I'm learning how to unlearn the bad habits that I've kind of picked up here and there. So it's been nice. It really has been nice. I've had a lot of fun with this experience, honestly. It's just been fun for me as a whole. Alright, we do need this grace because we are eventually going to be heading over towards Weeping to go and pick up the 5 Smithy 2s that are over that way. There we go. Beautiful. That probably wasn't worth it for all the extra work that I put in there, but, I mean, we did it. We're good to go. We didn't take a hit, so... It's a little bit of extra money that can go just a little bit further for us, which is nice, so... Alright, we do need this grace, because we will be warping back. Okay, very nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and here's you know what? Nah. It's a rite of passage. Gotta murder this guy. I'm just gonna say it makes sense. Makes sense. You gotta murder him. Beautiful. Was it worth it? In theory, no. But did I feel better? Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's not like he has like a really tough moveset or anything like that even. It's just, it's one of those things of just... It's kind of the nerves, I guess. Weird nerves of all places for that to be even remotely an issue, but... It just happens, admittedly. Here, one more Smithy 1. Run back. This rat right here. Arrow in his head. Awesome. Wait for the lads to show up. Here are the lads. Okay, cool. Easy enough bleed grease, we are good to go. Okay. Alright. I think what we're going to do this time, because how I do it is always safe enough. And it just essentially will bake it into my routing and my memory, likewise, that I will not forget to do this, right? So we're just going to go ahead and say, fuck it. Even though I don't have Beast Torch, I'm just going to go and do this right now. And it just makes more sense for me to do it right now. So. Thank goodness that bear does not trigger on a Lily pickup, because that was kind of dumb. I was testing waters I should not have been testing. Alright, was that all 5? I think that was, yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Do that. Go run around the perimeter. Go get the strength tier. Or not the strength tier, but rather the power attack tier. And then also go ahead and go work towards Third Church. And we're going to go ahead and deal with everything in Caelid sooner than later. I don't mind this detour as much, because, like, while this does add on more time to the baseline of things here, it's not unreasonably bad to do this in this way. It's just not. Which tree? There it is. There's my resin tree. Alright, let's go to Third Church, go to Caelid, and then hopefully, we'll probably be ending things off not too soon after than that, I imagine. But we'll have a good run at least started, you know? Alrighty. Cool. Okay, come on. Thank you. Fucking prompt. It doesn't happen, like... Well, I mean, it happens enough, but it's not really that infuriating. But it does occasionally create some pretty sizable problems when the prompts kind of just fuck up in that way. It is pretty frustrating. I think they'll turn around in time here. We want them to roar. Roaring good. I thought they were about to pull some incredible level bullshit there. And they still... I mean, they essentially were 1 or 2 attacks off from essentially doing that. So, it would have almost been too fitting to see another one of the Grundling family get completely demolished by otherwise bullshit. I'm glad that they didn't, because honestly, it makes me really sad when I can't even get a run into, like, the 20 or 40 minute marker, I guess. Essentially anything, like, I want to be able to get the runs into an actual run state, And it's really fucking sad when they don't get to do that much. Alright, flask in that slot. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Go. I'm trying to think of what bosses I want to do my pickled foots on, and I think in this case what I want to do going forward is I think Radon is definitely one of them for sure. Also, I'm doing this wrong. But it's fine. We're already doing it, so fuck it. We're here now. Radon, definitely one of them, because we get about 90k from doing it on him. I probably want to do it on Morgott, and I probably want to do it on Fire Giant, I think. Those are the three major bosses I think I want to do them on. I don't want to do it on Piss Godfrey, I think, because I don't want to do so much damage to Morgott that we completely avoid getting the, not the phase skip, but essentially, I mean, yeah, no, honestly, that really is it, getting the phase skip. Because we want to be able to knock him down, do damage with the stagger, and then after the stagger is gone off, we just want to use that as extra advantage, right? Extra leverage, so. But that would probably be why not Piss Godfrey, right? Or Dragon Sentinel, but Dragon Sentinel doesn't get quite as much, so. I think where we have everything up to Morgott at least is pretty darn fine. And I think on Fire Giant it makes enough sense to use Fire Giant for it. Fire Giant's worth a lot, and likewise it also leads essentially right into 2 sizable level upgrades on our weapon. So I think it roughly balances out in a pretty good way. Let's go ahead and get...
How can I?
Let's get our torch. There we go. Alright, back to Fort Farah. Let's take out Fort Farah. And we'll be about a little over a third of the way through Caelid at that point, which is not too shabby. Alright, so last time I was here, I accidentally goofed around a little bit harder than I should have. I said, if I do like right there, does that distract that bat as well? Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, that actually worked out pretty damn well. Okay, cool. I have a little bit of a better idea on where that Kukri needs to really go, which does not suck. Torch equipped. Are you fucking kidding me? Massive rat, really? And we do have to do that in a certain amount of time, otherwise the creature that the torch is affecting, that is only a temporary status effect. They do eventually say, "Oh, well, okay, we'll fucking we'll demolish you," you know. So we do have to take that semi-seriously. All right, let's go deal with lower Caelid. I feel, you know, I think I feel a general sense of pride right now, because, like, I can say, at least in terms of where I was versus where I am now, it does feel like I've gotten these routes down a lot tighter, to a point that does more or less feel like, unless it's asinine BM, it generally goes pretty well. Generally, you know? Go. And there we go. Beautiful. Funny enough, I think I was expecting a little bit more... I'm not going to say it until we're through. I think I was expecting a little bit more danger out of those dragonflies overall. Because, like, as far as it stood, like, the number of times... I haven't done it a ton and a half, right? But it's been enough times where it's just, like, it's kind of actually interesting, the fact that I really haven't had those dragonflies really attack me. So, it feels nice, I guess, kind of getting away with it as much as I have. Alright, equip the torch a little bit early here. I don't think this crow over to our left will be aggroed because of the torch. Not with the routing that we kind of choose to take, so we should, in theory, be fine. Before we hop back on Torrent, equip the katana, and we go. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. You know what? Caelid's almost done. Not too shabby. Or at least our Caelid 1.0. Which is nice. It's nice to see Caelid knocked out as quickly as it has been. I've been pretty damn happy to see Caelid kind of coming together in a reasonably safe way. Actually, you know what I can't complain about is the fact that we actually, other than Horalu, which what am I doing? Other than Horalu, which is a bummer, but it was my own hubris, I think, that really took me out there. If I hadn't made the mistake that I made, it would have actually been a 4-hit run, and the endgame would have essentially been 0 hits. I mean, shit, our Gideon is actually, at this point, like, highly feasible. Like, we don't have to think about Gideon nearly as much anymore, which is, you know what, that's really nice. Because Gideon kind of really fucking sucks. Really? Okay. I was worried about those guys continuing to shoot bolts at me because... I don't know why, just sometimes they're fucking Hawkeyes. But we got away with it today, apparently. Okay. Alright. And that is officially first Caelid. Now at this point, we do the loop around the other way. But I'm going to get up to Stormhill Shack, and I think we're going to go ahead and call it from there, folks. And once we get back to it, we still have more setup to definitely do when we get back. But we have some of, arguably, the more dangerous stuff at least done for the early game. Which, you know what, that does not suck too bad at all. So... But yeah, we'll get to Stormhill Shack here, and then we're going to call it a night. Grab the seed, grab the handful of 2s that are right over here. I'm sorry, not 2s, 1s. But still, important nonetheless. Okay, cool. Alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to leave it right there. Again, I am sorry. I know tonight is shorter than usual. But when we get back to it, which will probably be tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night, we are going to definitely finish this run, I imagine. Come hell or high water. I mean, obviously, if the run goes horrible, and by horrible, I mean essentially we go over our 5, or really we go at 5, then yeah, we'll reset the run at that point. But either way, everything right now below 5 hits is a PB. Personally, I think I'd like to really just hit the point of just saying, fuck it, we're just gonna go, and if we get hit, reset, but we'll see. We'll see how far we make it. Yeah. So folks, thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your nights. Happy Friday to you all again. And, yeah, honestly, just take good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all later. Thanks for stopping in.